Quaker Oats oatmeal. There's something about nutrition you ought to know. If you're working in one of those low-fat, low-cholesterol diets, you can eat foods that have low cholesterol or even no cholesterol. But what you're really wanting to do is bring down the cholesterol that you've already built up in your body. Now there's a way to do that. If you eat Quaker oatmeal regularly, you can bring that cholesterol down. Not just keep it level, bring it down. It's the right thing to do, especially during this holiday season when you might eat some things that are high in cholesterol. Just add in some oatmeal. It can balance out those cholesterol-heavy holiday meals, and it tastes good. Oatmeal, a bonus for you, a boner for me.
No. Stop right there, Mr. Brimley. I mean, you had to do it, didn't you? We agreed that you'd go right through the copy.
Yeah, well, you're not letting me do that now.
Well, how can we? I mean, we can't trust you. You're doing a boner thing again. Now, why?
Because that's what Wilfred Brimley calls an oatmeal spinoff, sonny boy.
What?
Just like the space program gives us Teflon and Velcro, oatmeal can give us boners.
No, it can't.
Oh, is that so? Well, then just what can, Mr. Wizard?
Well,
Brussels sprouts?
No.
No way. What you need is to get yourself a big old boner bowl, like this one right here, kids. And if you want an instant boner, why, you get yourself some instant oatmeal. Why, you'll spring a woody you could knock dents out of a car with, I'm telling you. And for this festive holiday season, I'll tell you what you do. You get yourself a sprig or two of mistletoe and add that into your oatmeal. And then you call little Susie next door and tell her, "Hey, Susie, well, this here's oatmeal, this is mistletoe, and this here, well, this is my What's missing from this picture, Susie?" She'll figure it out quicker than you can say, "I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus." And your holiday will get a lot happier in a hurry, I'm telling you. So when you're thinking Christmas, you think oatmeal. If you don't want the mistletoe, then get some red food coloring and stripe that thing like a candy cane. Maybe Donda or Blitzen or somebody will lick it. Either way, it's the right thing to do.
Imus in the morning. Every time I think I've heard it all, every time I think you've sunk as far as you're gonna go, every time it seems that you have to stand on a ladder to hit rock bottom on the f***ing food chain, you come out with something that just stupefyingly boggles the mind.
You are slobbering all over yourself.
Locks of your hair?
Yeah.
Locks of your f***ing hair?
Yeah.
Who the hell do you think you are, Samson? What's next? Fingernails?
Well,
toenails?
no.
Bodily fluids?
No.
I can see it now, the new contest. Call in, get past Bernard, you win a urine specimen.
No.
I mean, there was a time when that would have been a prize. It was a conversation piece. Looked like a f***ing lava lamp, had a half-life, and was worth $15,000 an ounce. But that's not the sickest part of all this. You know what the sickest part is?
No.
There are people calling in to win this shit. They're pulling their Mercedes over to the side of the Merritt Parkway and calling in on their f***ing car phones. And they don't even really know for sure that it's from your head. No, we knew it could be from anywhere. Your back, your knuckles, your... But even that's not the scary part.
Yeah.
The scary part could be that there's some mentally unstable bioengineer out there in some top secret government laboratory that has made a breakthrough in breaking DNA codes.
Yeah.
And being that he's mentally unstable, Natch, he's a fan of yours. Now here comes the f***ing nightmare. He gets a lock of your hair and clones you. It's like an episode of the f***ing Twilight Zone. Can you see it now? An army of Imus in the mornings? Hundreds of thousands of them running through the streets in bicycle pants, checking their cholesterol levels every 5 minutes. Lock your doors. Hide your kittens. They live. They're here. We gotta warn the others. Let's go, you stupid bastards. Imus in the morning.
Been ready for the big day. The stockings was hung by the furnace with care, in hopes that by morning they'd all still be there. Me and this skank was getting ready for bed. I wore pajamas. She had a paper bag for her head. When up on a roof, I heard this big crash. Thought it was a burglar. I was gonna kick ass. Went out of the fire escape, looked up in the sky, and what did I see? This freaking fat guy with a red suit and boots that came up to his knees. In the moonlight, he looked just like Dom DeLuise. He had this big sled pulled by these reindeer. He called one of them dancer, so I assumed he was queer. As he crept off the roof, it became clear to me that this guy was looking to steal my TV. Over his shoulder, he had a big sack. He came down the stairs while I planned my attack. I waited a second till the timer seemed ripe and smacked him in the head, bada bing, with a pipe. He fell to the floor with a groan and a thud. I was kind of surprised that I didn't see blood. Instead, he rolled over, looked me in the eye. When I saw who I hit, I near started to cry. I said, "Hey, yo, Santa, I'm sorry, all right?" "Not for nothing," he said, "but this just ain't my night." I got lost in the Bronx. I ran over some nuns. Had a near miss by Kennedy. Rudolph's got the runs. I'm out all freaking night, and I'm busting my hump. But I can't continue now, not with this bump. So do me a favor and be a real pal. Take over for me and be Santa, Sal. I said, "I'm from Brooklyn. I ain't right for the part." But he said that Santa Claus comes from the heart. He made me an offer I could not refuse. Stop at every house, except for the Jews. I got in the suit and stepped onto the sleigh, wondering why reindeer smelled that way. Took off on my mission, didn't want to be late, while old St. Nick spent the night hosing my date. That night I was Santa, bringing kids joy and bliss. And if you don't believe me, that ain't jingle this. Since then I've been with him each year in the cold, riding shotgun with Santa, 'cause he's fat and he's old. I'm his number one helper. I've been deputized. So on this Christmas Eve, don't you be surprised if you hear a voice say really loud and abrupt, "Merry Christmas to all." Thanks a lot. Shut up.
Imus in the morning.
Christmas wrapping?
Yeah.
That's very clever.
Thanks.
This better be good.
Shut up.
Okay.
You better watch out. You better not be illin'. The Santa Man's almost here and he be chillin'. Up at the North Pole, he tinkers and he fidgets, making all the toys with them little tiny midgets. That's the elves.
Oh, yeah.
Not like Lupica. He's too short.
Yeah.
He rock and roll. The North Pole. He's so slick, he's St. Nick, he got soul. The elves fill shells with lots of toys to keep nothing for themselves.
Oh.
That's true altruism.
I really feel sorry for them.
Yeah. He gets in his sleigh with his sack full of toys for the good little girls and good little homeboys. You better be cool, 'cause he making a list. And if you be bad, you will find you be dissed.
Uh-oh. I'm really scared.
You get a lump of coal in your stocking. Smash a lump in your shorts. So take heed, avoid greed. Go out and do your fellow man a good deed. Don't deceive, strive to achieve. It's so much better to give than to receive. It's true, you know.
That's a better.
My friends think I'm bugging, they constantly be mocking. Just cause I'm hanging up my Christmas stocking. But they don't understand, they just cannot conceive. If you want to see Santa Claus, you gotta believe.
Oh, God.
What?
This is so lame.
It isn't. You don't believe in Santa Claus?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Then you know. So quit moping, cold doping, or you have no Christmas presents to open. Be nice, not naughty. Bust a groove at the Christmas party. We gonna have chicken wings and eggnog.
And chips. And you'll be the dip.
Did you hear that, Santa? So on this Christmas Eve, don't you all think it's weird to see a big fat man with a long white beard? 'Cause Santa knows money's not the only wealth. If you love your neighbor like you love yourself.
I'm gonna throw up.
I'm gonna throw up on you. Now shut up, let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
Spines tingle, bells jingle. All hail the arrival, Kris Kringle. Let's swingle, 'cause he's single. Well, maybe not, but he still loves to mingle. Applause. Because
Damn.
he the man that calls Santa Claus.
This is just so stupid.
Thank you, Mr. Claus. I left you cookies and hot cocoa.
This is going to be straight to my Christmas message.
All right.
I ain't some kind of prevert, all right? This will be just flat out straight.
Fine, Mr. Boy. All right. Quaker Oats Oatmeal Santa message. Take one.
I'm Wilfred Brimley for Quaker Oats Oatmeal. You know, when I was a kid growing up, me and all the other kids down the road used to get pretty excited come Christmas time, just like you do. To make sure old Santa Claus came to all our houses, why, we'd set out cookies and milk for him. The way we figured it was the right thing to do. But you know what? It wasn't. No, sir, because Santa Claus is an elderly man. He's way overweight, he smokes, and has cholesterol clogging up his arteries, and, well, we was just clogging them up worse. It wasn't the right thing to do. So this Christmas, instead of high-fat milk and cookies, you kids do the right thing. Set out a bowl of steaming oatmeal for Santa. It'll taste good, it'll warm him up, and bring Santa's cholesterol down. And it'll allow you to give him a present for a change. A big old boner. And that's a bonus for you, believe me.
No, for God's sake, Mr. Brimley.
Huh?
This is your Christmas spot.
I know that.
Well, are you a f***ing lunatic?
Hey, son, you just watch how you talk to old people,
Well,
huh?
you can't say boner to these kids.
Now, there's a damn lie. Do I make the oatmeal?
Well-
No, sir. Quaker Oats makes oatmeal and boners. And kids, you're going to be glad they do when Santa, who after all is 1,000 years old or something, thanks you for giving him a oatmeal boner.
he won't.
You think you got a nifty train set last year? How'd you like Amtrak, huh? Did you like that jet plane? How'd you like to own the Trump shuttle? Well, that just might be the way that old Santa Claus is going to say, Johnny, thanks for the boner. Yes, sir, you'll sneak downstairs and there you'll be. Twinkle in his eye, trousers down around his ankles, and his little round belly shaking like a bowl full of oatmeal. Because he's under the Christmas tree f***ing your oatmeal. Saying, on Dancer, on Dasher, on Donner and Blitzen, I finally got me the boner I've been missing. And then if you listen real close, you'll hear him exclaim ere he flies out of sight, the toys, more oatmeal. It's a hell of a night. Yes, sir. It's the right thing to do. Ho, ho, ho.
Imus in the morning.
Smell your nose.
I'm allergic to mistletoe.
Oh, yeah, right.
So I guess this holiday season, homos are back in fashion, huh?
What are you talking about?
Faggots throwing themselves on the floor at St. Patrick's. Merlin Olsen sending floral centerpieces to every linebacker he ever took a shower with. And you're washing the jock straps of the Fordham basketball team. Well, what is it with you? Have you no shame? What? I mean, I know gay pride is in, but must you flaunt your alternative lifestyle? You know, some people are not as enlightened as me about all this. Some people still get skeeved at the mental picture of two grown men smoking each other's peace pipes.
Oh, wait a minute here.
I mean, it's one thing to get some sort of sick satisfaction out of playing Chinese laundry with other men's underwear, but it's another thing to brag about it on a 50,000-watt radio station. You trying to tell me you're not a quiffo? Huh?
No.
Well, then let me ask you something. You could have made any kind of wager with the team, which, by the way, is known as the Rams.
Yeah.
No doubt the reason you went with them over the Seton Hall in the first place. You could have done anything. You could have said if you'd won, you'd wash their mascot, wash their cars, give them cars. You could have promised them each a 1990 Porsche Francesa, but no, you wanted to do this. I can see it now. You sitting in some dank basement, dancing with Dan O'Sullivan's jock on your head, going, ring around the crotch, ring around the crotch. Then you get tired, you hang Andre McClendon's jock like a hammock and take a f***ing nap. What's next, Mr. Clean? You're gonna shine their shoes with your You gonna give Damon Lopez a rub down? You gonna start writing love letters to the coach?
Imus in the morning.
Kids, it's me again, Manny Boy. Do you remember? The f***ing boss. Today I turn my attention toward the fair sex, because as you know, I love the women's, and the women's, they love me. And it's not because of my dashing good looks. I know my face looks like it was on fire and somebody stamped it out with golf cleats. But you know what? The women's, they don't care. You know why? I have inner beauty. I own a country and have $3 billion worth of coke at my disposal. Beauty. It just goes to show you, you don't gotta be Tom Selleck to get laid. That's why I think it's important for me that I give the benefit of my expertise to the Kino Queen, Corazon Aquino. Listen, sweetie, you got the Cuetem blues? You better get your shit together if you want to run a country. You can't go crying on the phone to Dan Quayle for air support every time rebels strafe the presidential palace. You gotta take a stand. Nobody said it was gonna be easy, but if you're gonna keep the little peoples in line, You gotta make them think you crazier than they are. Shoot somebody in the head every once in a while just for the hell of it. You'll be surprised at how much respect the rebels will give you. But if you're gonna get hysterical, every time somebody drop a few missiles in your backyard, give it up. If you can't stand the heat, get back in the kitchen where you belong. Fry some bananas or something. Go shopping. Buy shoes. Or else, be a bitch on wheels, like Leona Helmsley. She fuck with everybody. Don't give a shit about nobody, and she gonna do 4 years hard time rather than admit she wrong. She my kind of woman. The little people, she say. I love her. But by the time she get out of jail, she gonna be older than Barbara Bush. And I wouldn't fuck that with somebody else's. Anyway, Corey, baby, get your together, okay? I'm very worried about things in Manila. I need you guys. I use your envelopes all the time. I can get full of 5 ounces of dope and there are no problems.
Imus in the morning.
Imus in the morning.